the 2905 Springdale Road address?
Yes.
That's Intrivia Smith's house. No one was ever charged with that. There's no solid evidence whatsoever. The state wants to say, oh, well, we believe YSL is involved. They didn't say a name. They didn't say anyone that allegedly did the shooting. They have no idea. And, they also know from the discovery, if we're being honest about it, in the discovery, there's several references to Shell Kell shooting up 2905 Springdale Road. Nothing's funny about this. And
Miss Love always be chuckling, and she still does reactions in front of the jury. I hate it.
They have no clue. The police have no clue. No one was charged with it. And now they want to bring in a separate incident that involves a man, it appears from me reading the police report, a man, Mr. Strozier, who's targeted outside Blue Flame, waiting on his wife to cash out, probably a robbery. Mr. Strozier has no relation that I know of to either YSL or If Gang or anything else that would suggest this is a back and forth shooting between the two groups. This has nothing to do with anything.
A member of YSL, I think Mr. Zachary, said something to the effect of, well, somebody said Shell Kell shot it up. At the time that this shooting happened, she was dating Mr. Watts. And so that's one of the things here. We see people who aren't intended targets getting affected by the violence that's perpetrated by persons on behalf of this enterprise. And so in as much as that person's name.
Do you have any evidence that the shooting at the Blue Flame was perpetrated on behalf of, at the direction of YSL?
Your Honor, the evidence that we have that we believe suggests that a member of YSL was involved in that is a indictment here.
Right. Okay. A member of YSL was involved in that is not the same as it was done at the direction of, in furtherance of YSL. So all you have is that the gun used here is
the only link is the gun. Is that in furtherance of YSL?
Was apparently the same gun used at the Springdale Road location, which is suspected to have been done by a YSL member, but could equally have been done by somebody who's not YSL under the theory that, it's the state's theory, right? It is circumstantial evidence. All right. And yes, you can prove your case based on circumstantial evidence. You have a right to do that, but I do not find that this Blue Flame incident is intrinsic to the issues in this indictment. So I am excluding it. All right. So does that mean that we're done with this witness?
Instruction to the jury to just strike
the
testimony about this incident.
Well, they hadn't heard much of anything yet anyway, but yes.
Now they're going to ask the jury to delete something else from their minds for the 50th time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Miss Love's still not taking the L. Look at her.
Your Honor, I would ask that, given that the court has decided that it has not heard very much, there's nothing that's prejudicial to anyone that's been presented. We would ask that the court simply allow the state to have no further questions and move forward. They haven't even seen the photographs. And so to strike the information, there's nothing that has been in any way that could be considered harmful. So we'd ask that.
Well, it's not harmful, but we don't want to be confusing the jury, so I'll just tell them to disregard.
I have had an opportunity to listen to the 911 call. And based on the 911 call, Your Honor, it's our position that that call is a testimonial call that would be excluded under the confrontation clause.
So this is about Turbo, who's a producer for Thug and Gunna. Like, he makes beats and shit, called the police about being robbed. And apparently the state says it was Huey, who is Mr. Matthews' client right here in the back. Huey's sitting right here. Because at one point, Huey's house was raided or something, or a search warrant, and they found Turbo's license and wallet in his house that was stolen.
Chandler Durham or this other person hasn't been called as a witness. We've never had an opportunity to cross-examine this person at any prior proceedings or anything of that nature. So this will be the first time. So that's what makes it, in our opinion, testimonial. Stolen call.
Your car was stolen from this location?